G'day guys, how is it going? This is Broadcasting Because. We are back with round 8 action of this Fremantle Dockers AFL Live season mode, and today we take on the Richmond Tigers. These guys are a side that is sitting pretty low down on the ladder, so it's a 4 points which we should win. The only change for this side for this match is Anthony Morabito coming into the side, replacing Clancy Pearce, who hasn't been too outstanding in the games that he's played so far. So thought bringing Anthony Morabito might add a bit of pace and a bit of flair to the side as well. So getting underway, and Richmond played out of their skin pretty much from the first bounce. They played like a top 8 side, despite being third last on the ladder going into this game. You see Shane Tuck taking a good overhead mark after beating Barlow to the ball and slamming it home from 50 for the opening goal of the game. And just minutes later, 2 minutes later, Shane Tuck did exactly the same as he tucked that one inside the right hand post. So it was a very quick fire start for the Richmond Tigers, and the first attacking chance we had was pretty poor as well. Their defence held up with Grid taking the mark there. This passage of play I was really happy with though. David Mundy just bombing it long down the line for the mark to Matthew Pavlich, who balls it over the top to Aaron Sandlands to kick his first goal of the game. It's always good when you get guys like Aaron Sandlands in the goal scorers tally. Now, not sure what Aiden Valentine was doing there. Jack Anthony, that was clearly going through for a goal. He snatched it off the line and got one for himself to put us in front. Can't imagine Jack would have been too happy about that, but Hayden Valentine does keep the goal, and in response, with just a minute left to play, Asprey takes the mark inside 50 and cruises that one through for the Tigers' third. So at quarter time, the Tigers at home got a bit of a surprise lead up over us by just the 5 points, so we're still well and truly in the game. But they did, in fact, stretch that margin to 11 points pretty much straight away through Robbie Nahas, who's an absolute gun, that kid. And one thing I noticed right throughout our midfield was just getting completely outmarked. Richmond were marking everything. They had Velcro on their hands or something, so they didn't drop a mark, and that's evident in this passage of play here, culminating in Brett Delidio, who strolls in. Probably could have done a bit better there, took it pretty quickly and hastily, but thankfully for us, he did push it across the face. We finally put together a good stretch of play, and Hayden Valentine, rather Matthew Pavlich, was able to streamline that through. Don't know if streamline's really a verb, but he was able to kick the goal. As we got one in response as well, and it was tit for tat throughout this second quarter. We did struggle quite a bit though, and Richmond finally got a bit of a margin up, and they went into the halftime break, doubled our score, 38-19. Look at the possession stats there for Brett Delidio, 12 touches when our highest is only Ryan Crowley with 7. They had a lot more of the ball than us, Richmond. By no means playing like a bottom 3 team. They were playing very well in this game. We didn't really have any standout players for a lot of this game until Matthew Pavlich. Have a look at that. From the tightest of angles, somehow works that one between the big sticks, and we're off to a good start early in, well, not too early, but throughout this third quarter, and we really looked, we were out of this game, to be honest. Richmond played very, very well, and they really pushed us, but in this third quarter, we looked to come back and come back hard. Aaron Sandlands finding Jack Anthony, who slots it through the middle, the margin back to 8 points, and we started to get on a bit of a roll. A good mark there is found by Nat 5. Somehow, he just stuck his hands out and marked that in front of Asprey. Finds Aaron Sandlands, the big man in the middle. He's not going to drop those. Now, he had a couple of options, could have gone wide, decided to go short down the middle and kicked it into the man of the mark. Now, those sort of mistakes are amateur, and when you make them at this level, they're going to make you pay. Richmond get the ball forward. They go coast to coast. Jack Rewald takes an easy chest mark and slots it. That mistake from Aaron Sandlands is nigh on unforgivable, but a great goal here is made up with Matthew Pavlich finding that man Sandlands, and he is able to make up for a goal that we really shouldn't have conceded. Now Morabito goes blitzing out of the centre square. Unfortunately, he's only able to find it behind from a long way out, and at 3/4 time we go in down by 7 points. It's not a huge margin at 3/4 time, but this is a team we really should be beating. We don't have an excellent record at the MCG. Brett Delidio with 14 touches. This was going to be a very, very important final quarter, and it started off terribly. Delidio with an excellent tackle, running down Ryan Crowley, but that was not going to be all that she wrote. Sandlands gets the goal to put us within a solitary point. Hayden Ballantyne from the impossible angle. Doesn't know what to do, has a look inside, decides to take it on, and I reckon he should have done a bit better. Maybe looking inside was the better option, but that point brings us back level. Now, it was all guns are blazing for Richmond. The pressure was well and truly on us. Somehow we gave away a free kick in there, and Adam McPhee does actually really well to get in front of his man, but handballs to no one, and as a result of that, Richmond gets a man free, and it's Foley who snaps the goal to put them in front. Matthew Pavlich with a very audacious effort almost brings us back. Could that be the important point? The margin is 5. Brett Delidio takes the mark. If he kicks this, it's pretty much over. Finds the chest of Jack Riewoldt. This is an upset in the making. Not quite Essendon Melbourne stuff, but it's up there. Richmond goes back, and it is Jack Riewoldt who kicks the sealer to win Richmond the game, and that is all that she wrote. The Fremantle Dockers have been downed by Richmond. They were second bottom of the table going into this game. Brett Delidio, man of the match by far for Richmond. He was amazing with 19 touches. Jackson did well with 10. Our real standout was actually Aaron Sandilands. He kicked 3 goals and had 8 touches there as well. Nothing too amazing, really. Matthew Pavlich kicked 2 goals as well. But despite our performance, I mean, I still can't believe we went down to the team second bottom of the ladder. That is a very, very big setback for us, that is for sure. Well, as a result of that, we lose a couple of places on the ladder. We drop down to 5th despite our enormous percentage. Have a look at Essendon's percentage, 95. That is the first time I've ever seen a team with less than 100 percentage in the top 4. And as we drop out of the 8, we see where Richmond is sitting. Third bottom of the ladder now, thanks to that win. Still don't know how we let that one slip. That is really disappointing. Well, for goal of the round for this week, guys, I think there was only one that I could choose, and it was this beauty from Matthew Pavlich. Under all the pressure in the world, he's able to somehow slot that one through with the outside of the foot. Not quite sure how Hayden Ballantyne actually managed to get the ball in his path. Maybe could have been a shout for a free kick for in the back there as well. But that is a great effort from the captain. A very good goal there. And for the man of the match, I had to go with Aaron Sandilands. He was really the only standout performer for us, I think. He actually kicked 3 goals in the end, which is very good for a ruckman. He was helpful up forward and down back at times as well. Though he did make 1 or 2 mistakes, he was the only player, I think, that really did step up for us. He got 8 touches in there as well and won quite a few hitouts. Well, that is the episode for this time, guys. I hope you're enjoying this series. Please do consider leaving a like on this video if you enjoyed it, because I'm really having a good time making this series, guys, and thank you for all of the support. If you want to, click on the screen. You can check out some of the other episodes that are already up, as well as the fixture for the future and coming episodes. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Cheers and stay tuned.